The wait is over in Los Angeles after one of the most shocking trades in sports history. Five-time first-team All-NBA Luka Dončić finally makes his LA Laker debut. His number 77 will be worn by everyone inside Crypto.com Arena for what should be a memorable night in the history of one of the league's winningest franchises. Healthy for the first time since Christmas Day. 8 days removed from being dealt by the Dallas Mavericks, Dončić now joins LeBron James in the pantheon of Laker greats in the beginning of a new era in Los Angeles and the NBA.
And the other guard wears number 77. 6'7", seventh campaign from Slovenia, Luka Dončić. Head coach J.J. Redick.
Dave Pasch alongside Tim Legler to call the action. George Sedano will join us in a little bit. Legs, you've been working at ESPN for 20
Are you 50 or older? Well, this news is for you. The CDC now recommends you get vaccinated.
We'll start defending Luka on the wing. Here's LeBron James. Lob for Hayes. James out of there with it after an empty possession for the Jazz. And here's Dončić driving, puts it up. Instead, it's a lob. And Hayes with the slam. We know how Luka loves to lob it to his friends.
Either guy gets downhill. If you've got shooting on the floor, the lob threat for these centers is going to go to another level for the Lakers. What he is as a player potentially, his ability to win in the future as the leader of your franchise. They're betting against that. Lakers bet on it.
Collins, beautiful move to the basket. And 5 quick. James hasn't taken a shot yet. Dončić has attempted one. On the switch, Luka's got the big on him. Tries the three. And hits it. The first of many to come for Luka Dončić as a Laker. And LeBron James has done many stops along the way. Here's James on the fadeaway. His first shot of the game. Another important acquisition by the Lakers made in December in a trade with the Nets. James driving on Kessler, the shot blocker, and James connects over it.
Kessler has to try to guard LeBron James at the top of the key. J.J. Redick said the switch factor is what he's going to be fascinated to explore with these two players.
Clarkson finishes in the lane. Dončić drives. Corner three. Hachimura no good. Dončić there, cleaning it up inside for the basket. Deontay George leaves it for Collins for the hammer dunk. He's got 9 points. The fact that Gabe Vincent is healthy after missing most of last year with a knee injury, you have to think he's going to benefit from having James and Dončić on the floor together. Step back from Reeves for deep. And he cans up Reeves. Vincent hangs on with the slam. Hood, Shabino, and a pair of second-round picks were involved in the Luka AD deal. Another long jumper, this one by Vincent for three, the fourth triple for the Lakers. You think about who he's second to for the second straight year, by the way, and probably anybody other than Victor Wembanyama is going to be second for a long time. Because Wemby, he averages over 4 as James hits a three. LeBron is off to a great start. 3 of 3 from the floor. The Lakers made, as we mentioned at the top of the show, what they thought was another trade right before the deadline, and an important trade. Mark Williams, a center from the Charlotte Hornets, as Reeves banks it in. James looking to take Kessler off the bounce, falling away, connects again over one of the top shot blockers in the NBA. Facial injury, had to take it off there, so playing without it. James no look down court. Hachimura lost it. And now Collier ahead of the pack goes in for the easy lead at USC last year. Ronnie out tonight. Goodwin in the lane with a push shot. When he's willing, he's been a much better defender than he was early on in his career. Play ball from Hachimura is good to beat the shot clock buzzer.
They're playing the long game right now for sure. A lot of picks over the next 7 years. 11 first-round picks in the next 7 years. This is the option they're going to take, and Will Hardy could be the guy to lead it.
So Dončić does the Dirk with Dirk in attendance after LeBron just did it. Now on the switch, Dončić fires to Finney-Smith. They were teammates for a few years in Dallas. Hachimura driving and finishing off glass.
Certainly Luka didn't have that luxury in Dallas at any time. And now they can play off each other. You see Luka again with a nice burst on the receive, getting to the other side of the rim.
It was packed about an hour before the game. Everybody watching Luka warm up. James has it knocked away by Collins. Markkanen in transition. Lobs it up there for Kessler. Last time they were 13 over 500 was 2021. 4 years since they were this good, as James trying to get out on Clarkson gives up a three.
Luka Dončić is going to feel a little bit playing alongside a presence like LeBron.
Markkanen's three, not there. Dončić fires down court to James in stride. It rolls around and drops.
No one trying to be deferential out here, Dave. Everyone's trying to get their own game going.
And there were so many people as Dončić throws another lob to Jackson Hayes. Missed the first 3 games that since the trade from the Mavs to the Lakers due to that cap injury. On a minutes restriction, so to speak. Going to play about 30 minutes tonight. Another dunk from Hayes. That time the lob by LeBron. There were reports that even though the Jazz were part of the trade, that they actually didn't know the pieces that were involved in terms of the big names as Dončić scores and one. They've been in the play in the last 2 years, but they're 4 games removed from that right now. Collier, nice speed and the slam from Kessler.
Will Hardy was really pleased with.
Dončić couldn't make that as he was falling towards the baseline. Trying to finish through contact. Pull-up three from Clarkson. And then out of the All-Star break, the Lakers will take on the Hornets. They're at 31-19 right now. James for three. LeBron James with 16 points. Second foul on Isaiah Collier. Dončić finds James. Hachimura corner three. It's good. Hachimura with his second three. Lakers trying to win their 6th straight, 10 out of 11. Air ball from Clarkson. Dončić quickly ahead, but the deflection, it still gets to LeBron. Downhill, scoop and score with the left off the window.
The entertainment factor every night that you watched him, and then in addition, everything he was doing in the community. No wonder why people in Dallas are hurting over losing a star player that seemingly was just getting ready.
All the talk there is they felt they could make a run at an NBA title this year, and that's why they made the deal as Markkanen gets the dunk in transition.
And he doesn't have to worry as much about setting the table for other people at that point. That's going to be fascinating. He never had that luxury in Dallas.
Good job on the glass that time by Kessler.
Ball handlers setting screens for each other to get switches where they can just attack.
And that's your 5-man right now, Rui Hachimura.
And I think you'll see a lot of that out of the Lakers, particularly since they didn't get an additional center at the deadline. You're going to see Jackson Hayes starting, but you're going to see this smaller lineup, I think, gives them defensive capability up the floor with size, which is not something they really have if Jared Vanderbilt's not available to them.
Right, you think of the line as James drills a three. Vanderbilt. Collins tried to finish there and couldn't. He's still down. Gets helped up from an official. Hayes in transition. Catches another alley-oop and dunks it. And playing only about a minute here in the 4th. Let's check in with George.
Dave.
3 guys, that have another year on their contract that will free up potentially $70 million of cap space. I mentioned earlier all of the first-round picks that they have.
3 of 28 from 3. Around 35% this year. Steal by Reeves. Fakes the lob and takes it himself for the layup. And a timeout.
And the shooting was really what wasn't there to make 1 for 7 from 3. Or he has a much bigger offensive night as Austin Reeves. Shows you a little what he's got. On the opposite side, for one of those 2 guys, that is really where this can become very difficult to defend the more they find that rhythm. And then you mix Austin Reeves into that as well when he's out there.
In this game to go with 7 rebounds in 17 minutes. He was a player that J.J. Redick kept mentioning. We were talking in pregame about the rotation.
Running through the Western Conference the way they're currently constructed than they were before the trade. That's the impact that I think Luka ultimately is going to have.
What about if Dallas is healthy? And we don't know that. A historic night here in Los Angeles immediately just because of the name and